Hi Leo, welcome to your October astrology and tarot reading. We have two full moons this month. The first is on the 1st of October in the sign of Aries, and the second is on Halloween night, and it's a blue moon. Ooh. Yeah, I just completely killed the mood. Anyway, the first full moon on the 1st of October is exposing any wounds or any fears you have surrounding your higher self, your ideology, your thought process. While there's a lot of talk at the moment about toxic positivity, it is important to remain open-minded on and have a good mindset about your future, and also be open to changing perspectives. The new moon in Libra on the 16th is inviting you to figure out a new way of communicating. And with its clash with Mars, I can't help but feel that maybe you could do with challenging your own ideas. Not that somebody is probably not going to do it for you, because I feel like there could be a bit of confrontation this month due to the heavy Aries energy clashing with Libra. However, Venus moves into Libra on the 27th, bringing a lot of harmony to our lives. And this is very good for you in terms of speaking from the heart and speaking your truth. And by the time we have a full moon in Taurus, which is a blue moon, as I said, which means it's quite rare, the moon conjunct Uranus in your career sector is actually going to throw a few ideas of genius your way in terms of your long-term goals and career prospects. Maybe there's something you've just not seen before, and that shift in your ideology and way of thinking has opened you up to something really quite nice. And at that time, Venus in Libra is trining Saturn in your work sector as well. So bear in mind that this could be a really good time for some career changes and choosing your path wisely. It feels like it could be very inspirational at this time. So overall, it's quite a mixed bag of a month, but there's a lot of changes going on that may seem frustrating but are necessary. This is a month where we find our breakthrough, and for you, your breakthrough seems to be in changing your day-to-day life and habits. So don't fear that kind of change. As a fixed sign, it can be hard to move forward, but you've got this. I will see you in the cards if you want to join me there, Leo. And if not, I will see you next time. Have a wonderful October. Stay spooky. Nope. Okay. Yep. Bye. Hi, Leo. Forgot the candle. Welcome to October 2020. This is your tarot segment. Let's see what we've got. On this, the most intense month of the year. Ooh. A Knight of Cups. Romance. Interesting. Message of love in some kind. A new love interest, a crush, an exchange of feelings, a declaration. Nice. Love is on the brain. But in what sense? Let's have a look. Four of Swords, Seven of Cups, Three of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Death card. Ooh. Eight of Wands, and the Three of Cups underneath Queen of Wands, the Ten of Swords. Okay. So Leo, Sun, Leo rising. Let's have a little look. Big changes. A lot of this is career, where you feel that something in your life has become so confusing, so toxic, so unhealthy, so lacking in a dynamic agenda. I think you're out. Where a work situation has just felt suffocating and has felt suffocating for a long time, the full moon in Taurus at the end of the month with its connection to Uranus, is looking to set you free. Of course, you have the control over that, but it doesn't make the energy any less significant. You will have some kind of inspiration, you will have some kind of idea, and you're ready to evolve out of what has become so stagnant and so unhelpful. Now, the full moon at the beginning of the month in Aries is challenging, and it's challenging for you, Leo, in terms of your belief system. So perhaps for a long time you've had a particular ideology, a particular education, a particular set of ideas that has served you well so far, in that it was clear. But now you're seeing very obviously, thanks to Mars clashing with your 6th house, your work sector, for so long, now you're seeing so clearly what's not working anymore. And I think you're ready to try something else. Or in a work dynamic, if it's not leaving a job, you're ready to sever a particular relationship or contract with someone who's unhealthy. Or you're just simply seeing a coworker or a business partner for who they are. And you're hoping to change that. Now, it could be that somebody leaves, surprisingly, of course. That's in the astrology too. But you're clearing house. And in what sense you're clearing house? You're making way for much more compatible situations. Death card, 8 of Wands, and the 3 of Cups. You're ready to communicate with others after a period of being a little bit aloof or a little bit distant. Let's draw one more clarifier. Page of Cups. Okay, there's the love energy. You are quite possibly dealing with a Scorpio person who's really changing you. There's a lot of transformation goes into the self when we deal with people who are in our same modality. It would be the same if you're dealing with an Aquarius or a Taurus. There is a lot of inner change that goes on in these relationships. A lot of the time, a lot of relationships like this, they have to teach you how to evolve. And you are evolving. That's what the Death card and the 8 of Wands is. This is positive change for you. You're finding a new way to communicate. With so much emphasis in Libra season on your 3rd house of communication, Leo, you're learning how to speak up a bit more about the dark stuff rather than keeping it light all the time. You're learning to speak up about what it is that you fear. As we all are at the beginning of the month, it's good to release that fear because it opens you up to much more loving conversations. People oftentimes think, I think, that in order to be lovable or accepted, we have to be cheery and positive all the time. You know, there's those phrases that nobody likes, a negative Nancy kind of thing. But this isn't to do with being negative all the time. This is about admitting to your vulnerable side. Because ego can really get in the way with the fixed signs. Ego can really stop you from connecting because you're afraid of looking silly. You're afraid of looking foolish. And I think a lot of you need to get past that. I think a lot of you need to be able to speak from the heart in a way that is from a vulnerable setting rather than from a grandiose ego setting. And Venus in Virgo will really humble you. And then Venus in Libra will really give you that edge. Now, Mercury retrograding in Scorpio is pulling up a lot of communication wounds that you have thanks to your parents or thanks to your childhood, you know, reasons why you chose to communicate in a certain way or how you do communicate. Perhaps you came up in a very negative household, so you feel that the only thing you can do is communicate positive because that is how you coped. Or perhaps you came up in a household where your feelings didn't matter or rejected, so you are dismissive of people's emotions. Whatever this is, you seem to be changing it. Now, for those of you that were dealing with a person or a situation with the devil energy where you were very addicted to them, but they were toxic, they were narcissistic, sociopathic, compulsive liars, unhealthy, or you're just dealing with somebody like this in your life, whether it's romantic or not, I think you're done with this. I think the final stretch of Saturn is going to remove that from your life, because I think in terms of your work situation, Leo, a lot of you have been dealing with those kind of restrictions, those kind of unhelpful, problematic people. And I think you're ready to remove yourself from it. I think you're ready to expand a bit more into a different terrain. Now, in terms of work with the Three of Pentacles in the positive position, I think that you're really finding your own niche. I think you're finding your own skills. I think you're ready to build something for yourself. I think you're ready to have more innovation. I think you're ready to contribute more to a side hustle after a period of feeling quite flat about things. A period of feeling quite tired and quite confused. You're saying enough is enough to that particular type of energy, and that's when you get your movement. That's when you get your velocity. That's when things start to take off, and they take off in love too. But all of this is admitting to yourself what is actually holding you back. What part of you is holding you back, where the death of the ego actually sets you free. It's okay with the Aries full moon to admit you're a bit afraid of certain things, or you're fearful that you're not enough to get certain things off the ground. And just releasing that fear, the energy shifts, and people want to give to you. People want to experience life with you. People want to talk to you. People want to embrace your heart. Because your heart has been very badly broken. And a Leo with a broken heart is a sad sight to see. But it doesn't mean that you should let pride get in the way of removing yourself from that toxic ex that you keep going back to. Or that toxic environment. Those gossipy friends. Whatever that is that's just making you... It's bringing out the worst side of you. This is about letting that go. Even though you're very attached to it. Angel of Strength and the Happy Family card. If you stay strong in your ideals, if you stay hopeful of the future, if you stay optimistic that you can have this happiness, this happy family, if that's what you're looking for, or a happy connection, or there's some hope at the end of a storm, if you stay strong, Leo, and you allow yourself to detach from the things in your past that were so unhealthy, the obsessions over an ex, the toxic mindset of how to work in a dynamic, maybe realizing that the way that you viewed relationships isn't healthy, or maybe simply realizing that the people you surrounded yourself are really weighing you down. It's that kind of energy. And the death card I oftentimes think is with Scorpio season coming up in your 4th house, it is about letting the past go. And with Mercury retrograding in your 4th house, it's communicating that the past really hurt you. And if you're in a new relationship, that opens you up to much deeper connections. It allows you to be more playful. And it allows things to flow. because this is a hand of flow, but it comes after removing a bit of dead wood. It comes after removing a bit of energy that just is stale at the moment. And it revamps that energy, and you like what comes on the other side of it. But it's very hard for you to move past things if your ego are telling you to hold on for saving face. Well, actually, keeping control is saving face. Having the power to walk away from something that doesn't work, or having the power to admit you're behaving in a way that doesn't work, that's power. That's real power. Admitting to yourself that something, you maybe got it wrong, or you're not doing so well with something and you need help, that's when people rush in to help you. That's when people get through to you and see that side of you that is so much the heart. That's the only way your heart's going to open. And when it does, it looks really beautiful. You have new friends, you have deeper connections with people, you feel more romantic, you feel like people really understand you. It's good. I like it. So we'll get into your extended, Leo. I will see you there. It's linked below. Have a wonderful month. Take care.